played, and that sort of ended there. So if anybody does any research, it's kind of interesting and cool, piece of like New York history, to look at the history of that and the assumption that there were vampires running around New York. It's very cool. What's up?
Hi, oh my god, I love you both so much, oh my god. I'm sorry, I'm really nervous, okay.
Sorry, was that English? Or was that...
I love you both so much, I'm just freaking out, you know?
Oh, we adore you, kiddo. Talk to us. In English.
Well, I'm from Jersey also, by the way, just thought I'd inform. But what was the most great...
Jim, Lynn. Jim, laundry, Jim.
GTL, bro. GTL, bro.
What is it?
Jim
Jim
Laundry,
Tan
bro.
Laundry. Jim Tan Laundry.
Forever.
What was the craziest fan experience you ever, like, what was the most craziest fan you've ever had?
He's sitting right next to me. Do you know how many times I heard, I love you, David? What? You're my biggest crazy fan.
What did I say? What did I say?
Paul, do you have hearing aids? Are they turned up?
Do you know how many times I heard
I love you, David.
Yeah.
You're my biggest fan.
I love you, Damon.
We've had some pretty crazy. What's your fan experience, Paul? What's one that sticks out? He's combing through the thousands of them.
Do you remember? I'm combing through the 3 that I've had. No, do you remember when we were in London?
Yeah.
And
that was some crazy shit.
And we were at the trying to leave the hotel, and then we got in the car, and then 1,000 people started running after the car.
It was like
something out of Indiana Jones.
It was like a zombie apocalypse. Well, our parents were with us too.
Yeah.
And what was weird was, we weren't expecting it because the show hadn't launched yet. And we were in this van. We had 3 cars because it was right when Twitter first came out. And our security couldn't figure out why people would show up and find us in a restaurant. Well, what it was fans they were taking pictures of our license plates of our security cars, putting them on Twitter, and then someone would see it, and then all of a sudden a mob would show up. And people were running down these cobblestone streets, and at one point, my dad's like, stop the car. And what we realized, there was this woman who had her like 4-year-old, and she was running after the car, dragging her kid over these cobblestone streets, and his little shoes were going like, and it was actually really bad, because I looked out the window and I thought, oh, no, we can't do this. So we stopped, and we got out, and we're like, hey guys, you guys are amazing, we love you, but like, we're gonna go really fast now. You can't run. Serious, not in like any degrading way, but we just said like, you cannot run after our car like this, and you can't pull your children like that. That was some insane shit. And what's that? It should definitely be self-explanatory. But those were crazy. Those were crazy. It was an amazing experience, and we went to the Apple store in London. It was really cool fan event, and yeah, it was the first time where the 3 of it, me, Paul, and Nina all looked at each other and we went, because the decibel level was so loud that you could scream and you actually couldn't feel the reverb of your own chest, so you actually didn't have any understanding of what was that outside sound and what was the sound you were making. And that was when there were these girls in the front row over this barricade, got over the barricade and then ran up to us and passed out. And I just saw them just go, it was a concrete floor. I'll never forget that, man. Just, even amongst all that sound, you could hear the of like skull on concrete. That was crazy.
I almost passed out while seeing Paul. Like, I met Paul today. It was over. I started crying. Like, my friends over here, you can ask her. I was crying so hard. I had a major freak out. I brought you a poster, and
I pass out sometimes when I see Paul.
He's joking you.
The whole way.
It's usually because he's joking.
The whole way here, I was just like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Well, you're awesome. You know, we should keep you around. You were really good for Paul.
Where in Jersey you from?
East Hanover? Do you know where that is?
I do actually.
Really? Oh my.
Yes.
That's amazing. My town is really small and I don't really like it, but now it's even better that you know what it is. Like, that just made my town like 1,000 times better.
What grade are you in?
Now I'm in 8th.
8th?
The joys of being
I had a
14,
good time in 8th
man.
grade.
Yeah, I don't.
It all went downhill after 8th grade.
Yeah.
Everyone's nice in 8th grade. You know what I mean?
No, not really.
Really? I felt like 8th grade, everyone was still
They were nice because you punched them all
and
when
then-
they weren't nice.
This is true. And then 9th grade is when I felt like I don't know. I switched schools. I went to
Like
all
4
boys,
times because
yeah.
you got in too
I
much
went to an
trouble.
all-boys Catholic school. Yeah, that's right. And that was a big mistake. I mean, nothing's a mistake, but I will say.
I was supposed to go to an all-boys Catholic school.
Man, I don't think
I
that
wanted to go
is
where girls
healthy.
were.
It should be around boys and girls. You know what I'm saying?
Although studies do show that in earlier ages for girls, like all girls schools, up until I think freshmen in high school, girls have a better experience and they learn more if it's just girls. But guys, boys, we would much rather be in school with girls.
It just gets there's too much testosterone and aggression.
Yeah, and it's testosterone that's just coming out for the first time.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you for the energy, kiddo. You have great energy, and you're really good for Paul's ego.
Thank you so much. I love you both so much.
We love you back.
We love
kiddo.
you back.
Thank you so much.
We
Bye.
love you back. What a cutie pie. Holy shit. Come on, man.
Hey, what's up?
What's going on?
Hi, well, I love you both, especially you, Ian. Sorry, Paul.
He doesn't
I
care.
was there. Now I'm here.
It's like, you know when after we direct, because Paul and I we would direct some episodes, and the crew would always joke with us, like, as a director, you're kind of like the boss on set. And the next day after you wrap your episode, you go back, and there's another director telling you what to do on set. And the camera guys stuff are like, yeah, you went from hero to zero in one day. And it's so true.
Okay, so,
What's up, girl? Talk to me.
My question is, if you guys weren't acting right now, if you guys never got into acting, what would you guys think, or what would you guys be doing with your life?
What would you be doing, bro? You'd be doing some modeling?
Very, very different. I wanted to be a marine biologist.
Like a model marine biologist?
Come here, you dolphin. Let me tag you. No, model marine scientists.
Yeah, like an Instagram of you swimming with dolphins. Why is Ian swimming with the dolphins? He's a marine biologist.
But I would have gone into some sort of business first, because that's what I would have done. So I'm not really sure. It would have been in some kind of foreign trade-ish. What I probably would have gone into.
Foreign modeling trade?
Foreign trade.
Thank you.
What about you? Douche. Bag.
Who knows? I don't know. I mean, I guess I always wanted to be a rep.
Given the level of high schools you went to, you might be just doing a little time in Leavenworth.
Be a Rikers Island.
It's in Rikers. You'd be at Rikers. Listen to her,
Roman
like, yeah! Go Rikers!
Go Rikers!
I don't know if that's the one you're going to be cheering for.
I don't know. I always wanted to be a writer, but gotta be smart for that.
You gotta be good. You gotta be good.
Yeah.
Why? What would you be doing, kiddo?
Me? Oh, I really want to be a psychologist. Yeah.
Well, after being on Vampire Diaries for 10 years, or 8 years, and spending 10 years with Paul, I need a good psychologist. So
I'll find you in a few years. I'll be your.
hurry up and get through school,
Okay.
and
Need some help.
Okay.
I'll call your practice.
Sounds good.
Thanks,
you.
kiddo.
Love you.
We love you back, man. Guys, I'm sorry. We are just. It's like herding cats. Oh yeah. It's time.
Checking your watch? An unbelievable watch. He's like looking at his bracelet.
This is literally from like a 1,300-year-old Buddhist temple in China, and you're like, it's very famous. That was genius. I feel like we should take this show on the road, dog. Oh wait, we have. What's up, kiddo?
Hi, sorry, I'm so nervous right now. I'm sorry, my voice
Me
is
too.
shaky. I love you guys so much, first of all. And my question is, like, do you guys have any advice on how to, like, enjoy life as much as you can? And
Bless you. Wait, advice on what?
how to enjoy life as much as you can?
Wait, hold on 1 second. Once the cackling
Is
stops,
there a cat
and
over there?
Diane, that's not Diane. Once someone stops literally sneezing up a lung, I'm gonna check the back of your chair, man. There might be a lung in there. You might want that back.
Before you stand up.
I know a couple surgeons that can put it back in for you. All right, take 2. Boop. Action. Shh, quiet on set.
Do you have any advice on how to enjoy life as much as you can and to, like, be yourself and be confident in who you are?
Yes. I mean, I wouldn't take advice from these two, but yes, and that's a good question. How old are you?
15.
And why are you asking this? No, I'm curious, genuinely. I think I know the answer, but why?
Just because, like, it's nice to hear stuff, especially from people like you who are confident and stuff, and, like, you know what you want
Babbling.
to do in life and stuff.
Babbling morons?
Confidence is an illusion.
It's very fleeting, actually. But can I ask you a question?
Sure.
So how old did you say you were?
15.
So are you asking that because possibly you are experiencing what every other teenager and probably every other 20, 30, 40, 50-year-old...
Don't put her on the spot.
She's on the spot. She's asking a question in a room of 2,000 people. Do you feel like you're probably experiencing that a little bit now, where you're seeing like a lot of people around you not really happy because
Yeah.
they're so sucked into these little devices and Snapchat and Instagram and everything?
Yeah.
That's why? Solid. See, I was on to something there, idiot. So that's a really kick-ass question for someone of your age to be asking. And yes. And the answer is very simple. Your self-worth is not in that device. It's not. And it never will be, and it was never designed to be. When they created all this stuff, they never did the studies. They had no idea what it would do to society. The best thing you can do is enjoy it for what it is. Take your self-worth from your friends and your family and what you want to do in your life. And just be happy.
I also think that, piggybacking off of that, I think a lot of times people are very good at creating illusions online. You know,
False realities.
and so you have this like kind of like you're like, oh, well that person's doing that and that person's doing that, and this person obviously is having a great day because look at the smile in that photo. And, you know, it's believe me, it's bullshit. Okay.
It is. It's a false reality. Sorry, not a false reality. A false representation, right? And I'm glad you brought that point. And this is the 20-second version. I won't harp on it. The analogy I always use is Sally wakes up. She's got like zits on her face. Her cat just died, and her boss just called and fired her.
Sally.
No, it's like an analogy.
Oh.
It's a quick story. So she is like down in the dumps, feels like shit. Like happens to everyone, right? These things happen. She goes on Instagram with her cup of coffee and sees like, you know, Tiffany down the road who is in like her workout gear, makeup, the whole thing, and she's like, best day ever. But what Sally doesn't know is that Tiffany also woke up and is devastated, and just maybe her husband just left her, or her boyfriend, or she too just lost her job. But she's putting out this false representation because why? We don't want to just fill the world with all of our mundane shit in our lives. The problem is that Sally now feels worse about herself. And she's basing that based on a false representation of what someone else is showing. Do you see the waste of time and energy that is?
Were you Sally?
No, but I mean, it's a really big, like, this is a big societal thing. When you have 15-year-olds, think about this, guys, and I'll let it go. When you have 15-year-olds asking a 40-year-old man, hey, do you have any advice of just how to be happy? That is not like a coincidence. That is a warning sign. And as parents and as teachers and educators, it is our jobs to teach our kids the difference, to not rely on these false representations, and to stop worrying about their self-worth in these devices. It's our job, it's your job. So, definitely get on it, you know what I mean? Ask your kids questions, ask your students questions. Get into it with them, because this is happening everywhere. You rock, kid. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I love you guys.
You should co-parent.
Wish I had caught that whole speech in the beginning. That was a good speech you gave.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Who's going to carry it?
We gotta find someone.
I bet it would not. I think we could find a carrier if we were going to have twins. 2 eggs, and then you're and mine. And you'd have the twins. And they would basically be Salvatore twins.
Which one would be me? Which one would be? We wouldn't know. We wouldn't do the test.
Oh, you wouldn't do that.
No. So you'd be like, are you my little boy? Or are you Ian's little boy? I love you both same. One of yous ain't mine.
That would actually be a very fun.
I think we just created our next TV show.
I was about to say, that would actually be a really funny or die. Because it's not incendiary, it's not, like, that would actually be a really funny or die. We should call them. Hi, kiddo. We're gonna go over here, but when I look over and I see this tiny figure with an ISF shirt, it makes my heart leap for joy.
I paid her $300 for it.
$250.
Hi,
Hi.
my name is Gracie, and my question
Hey,
was
Gracie.
that portraying brothers on the Vampire Diaries, did it affect your relationship in real life?
Yeah, we hate each other. No, we love each other.
Well, we also didn't know each other prior to this, so.
No, it was like an arranged marriage. It is. This is like an arranged marriage.
Actually, it is.
You are forced to grow in love with someone. You have to grow as an individual, grow as a professional, And you have to love them, because you have to get along with them. I mean, we spent almost every day together, except for the 2.5 months in between we went shooting, together. Rain, sleet, or shine. I mean, we spent thousands or tens of thousands of hours together. Tens of thousands. It's insane. 8 years. So yeah, it was a very, even the joke of like an arranged marriage, it was a very like galvanizing experience. I've never, because I got killed off of Lost quickly, and I love those people, but I've never spent, well, you've never been 8 years on a show either. We were just together. And we were sort of forced to make it all work. It's pretty awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you, kiddo. We love you back. Hey, kiddo. Guys, look at the size of this awesome individual who has the cojones to stand up in a giant room and ask a question. It's so cool. Yeah, right? What's going on, kiddo?
Would you rather travel to the past or to the future?
And deep. Like abyssal. This one's for Paul, right? Paul, you go first.
Well,
Disappoint that person.
I'd say the past.
Yeah.
Future will come,
Yeah, it's like you're gonna get the future anyway.
and it's probably ain't looking good.
I want to go to the past. I want to see. Why? Where would you go?
To the past because then I could change stuff in the future.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
This little girl is like mind-bending. It's like Gandhi and Mother Teresa came back as one person. Thank you for asking us that question.
Thank you.
And thanks for wearing that t-shirt. You're awesome.
Thank you.
Bye, sweetie. What? Oh,
Wait.
wait. Oh, don't leave us. Come back. Sorry.
I got a question for you. What would you change about the past? I'm just curious.
I don't know.
Well,
Too
you'd want to see it, right? And then you could figure out what you'd want to change. Yeah. Okay. I got you.
There's too much going on.
I would say that too. Yeah. Solid answer.
I was just curious.
See, you can't even stump her.
I know. It's a solid answer.
You rock, man. Thank you, kiddo.
Thanks for asking us.
And thank you, parenting-wise. What a special human being. Thank you.
Hello.
What's up?
My name is Juliet,
Hey, Julia.
Hello.
and my question was, what was your favorite scene to film together?
There's a scene where I killed him.
Did you ever kill me?
Just in
I think I
my
killed you.
just in my mind.
Did I kill him?
Yeah.
Now what? What? How did I kill him?
Wait, what?
Why did I kill him? He killed me? Why did he kill me?
Why did?
He's sending me a cake? I was cake.
Okay.
Was it me or Kate?
Oh, I killed you. It's like I put you in an induced coma.
Did
so
I
you can
want
go
you
see
to
Kate.
do it?
Probably not, but it was.
Was I struggling? It's like, what? Oh. I don't remember
That's
this.
so you can go see Kate. Smart.
Who's
Hey,
Kate?
guy. He was the devil.
We're not talking about hate that word.
He was the devil.
Catherine?
Wasn't he the devil? Yes. Shows you how much Paul Pitt read the scripts. Crap. Ooh, my line. Crap. My line. Oops, screen direction. Stefan. Okay. My line. Crap. Ooh, I'm only gonna work 2 days on this episode. Should I go to Hawaii or Mexico?
By the way, very accurate.
Woo! Gotcha. See you guys later.
See you later, dude. What was your question? Which scene did we like the most? Yeah. I liked my final scene with Ian when I hugged him. We were like half in heaven, half not in heaven, half maybe we were like, what was happening there? No one really knows. I got my own interpretation. I think it happened in my mind. I think the final scene happened in my. What are you doing? You come back, you're like eating a ranch.
It's like my living room. Like,
So weird. He literally walked backstage to grab one grape.
buy 5 of them. Wait. What scene?
Kate. No, the final scene.
Oh, that was special.
Do you think that happened in my mind, in heaven? Where did that happen?
It happened.
I know, but where did it happen? Because I was dead. So does that mean you died, came to me, or
Yeah.
was it in my mind?
No, I died and came to
How
you.
much time do you think passed?
However long Damon,
How long do you think that was?
I don't know, maybe he also might have gotten like hit by a truck. And it might have
That's what I'm saying. So was I just sitting in my living room like
No,
staring
you were
at the
sitting-
fire
you
for
were
like
sitting by the fire drinking bourbon for like
yeah,
25 years.
with what's that blue steel?
Blue Steel. Blue Steel. Stefan can only turn left on the runway. I remember I lived on Green Street when they were filming that movie many years ago. And remember the old gaseteria on Houston and Lafayette?
No.
Most of the people in here are probably too young. It's like 20-something years ago. Yeah, it was called the gaseteria. And that's where they shot in Zoolander the scene where they're like spraying each other with all the gas.
Oh, that scene.
And that, why am I talking about this? I don't even know why. Blue Steel, copy you. That's good shit. I do digress. Hi!
Hi Ian, hi Paul, I'm Amanda.
Hello. Hi Amanda. I'm Paul. Ian.
My question is, what are 3 things on your bucket list?
What are 3 things on a bucket list?
Your bucket list.
I don't believe in this bucket list. I don't believe in it. I mean, it's definitely stuff you want to do before you go into like the big sleep, but I don't call them bucket lists because it's like I know that reincarnation sort of exists. So
No?
that's how you have past lives. If you've ever done past life regression therapy, you know that shit is real. Do some, bro. So there's a book. Now I'm gonna sound like some like weird California like wacko. There's a book by this guy named Dr. Brian Weiss. It's called Many Lives, Many Masters. Someone ever read this book? Read that book. Like, I've talked to people who've seen, it's a crazy famous book. I read it when I was like 17. And I think Brian Weiss had, at the time, he had like a 9 or 11-year waiting list to get in to see him. But that shit exists, man. And if you've ever done regression therapy and you listen to the transcripts, to the recordings, when you go into this deep trance-like state, you start talking about all this weird shit from different times and lives and stuff. I have a couple times. You go into this deep, 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 deep meditative state. If you're ever having like problems, like, wait, what'd you say? Anyway, the long and the short of it is, read the book. You'll get into it. It's crazy. Cut back to you. What was the question?
What are 3 things on your bucket list?
Bucket list. I've just done a lot. I mean, honestly, at this point, I'm so focused on just delivering V-Wars to Netflix and being a good father. That's like, I can't think of too much else right now. When you become a parent, bucket list stuff, you're just like, oh, I just want to do. Honestly, all my bucket list shit, I think I've done so much. I just want my kid to grow up healthy and happy and like go to college and just like be happy and healthy. That's really it. Those are all my bucket list things. And make out with Paul Wesley. Oh, it's already done! That's already happened. That's in the past bucket list. What's on your bucket list, homie?
Well, I'm not gonna. I don't have a bucket list.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna maybe reproduce and.
So long. Maybe.
You look like me. Welcome. I love you.
All of a sudden, Sacha Baron Cohen is raising Paul Wesley's children. Hello, you are my child.
To meet you.
I will make you sister so you can marry. Oh my gosh. Karen, wherever you are, I'm sorry. You probably left the room. I have family friends here and she probably left by now. Yeah, bucket list. Copy it. Yeah. Babies. Borat.
No, you know, we all got our hopes and aspirations.
I'll tell you, I have 3 entities that I'm building right now.
Talking about.
One is a wine company you guys know about. One is a bourbon company that you don't know about that this man and I are doing together, which is going to blow your mind. And another one is a nutraceuticals company that is like a cool vitamin supplement company. Nutraceuticals. To be honest with you, my bucket list is for all those to be gigantic, multinational, multi-billion-dollar companies, so that I can use a lot of that shit, so I can do a lot of good with it, instead of running around the world asking you guys for money. I'd rather just make it and sell you shit that you love. But this guy and I probably shouldn't have revealed that here right now, but I feel it's appropriate because we are together in his home state of New Jersey, and I actually sort of live in New Jersey a bit myself. But imagine if the Salvatore boys had their own bourbon. Because guess what? It's coming.
Salvatore Sisters have their own bourbon company.
And if you don't even drink bourbon, you're going to want to buy it as a gift, because it is going to be tasty AF. Yeah, Aaron Paul and Brian Cranston just came out with a mezcal, which I love. I think it's mezcal. Maybe it is tequila. Either way, I think this level and connection with this IP and these characters, I think, is really symbolic, and the story behind it is amazing. And we're going to work our asses off. And we, this is something that's like, been in the works for a while. We just kept really quiet about, but this is something that we are insanely excited about. So support us in this venture, please. Because it's going to be a lot of fun, and the more bottles and cases of this stuff we sell, the more we get to do, and the more fun it's actually going to be. It's going to be a lot of fun. So thank you. What's that?
Thank you.
The release date? It's not as far off as you think, but there is a lot of stuff, hoops to go through. We'll be able to sell in Rhode Island. We'll be able to sell in Rhode Island. I mean,
A word? Like Utah.
there's a lot. Well, also too, I'll tell you this. The distribution of our bourbon, I can't tell you the name of it yet. I would love to, and I can't wait to release that. The distribution of our bourbon will be pretty mind-blowing. You're going to be able to find, like, the goal is you can find this shit, like, literally buried in a corner somewhere in, like, on a, you know, in, like, a 7-Eleven. You're going to like it. You're going to like it. And there's a whole cool story behind it, and there's other products associated with it. You're going to dig it. We want to make it as easy for you as possible to have a blast. And it's about community. You know? Thank you. What's up?
Hi.
Hi, kiddo.
I'm nervous, but I just want to say hi and I love you guys, and my friend next to me is one.
Wait, slow down and talk bigger into this. Or louder, sorry.
I just want to say I love you guys, and
We love you back.
my friend next to me wants me to tell you that she loves you guys too.
Well, thank you. We love her
And
back.
also, what is your favorite relationship on the show? Mine is Stelena and
Mine too.
and yeah. What about you?
My favorite relationship was Stefan and Ian. Stefan and Damon, for sure. I mean, that's a really solid relationship. What about you, Doc?
I mean, you and I had the greatest love story.
By the way, that was the love story.
It was, right? Am I right?
Major.
Gee, I like Stelena too. Stelena?
Yeah, Stelena was great.
Stelena's OG, you know what I mean?
Stelena was more, I honestly think, way more pure. And honestly, Stelena was better for my... Sister, I'm sorry we didn't get to you. You got that great hat and all, like... I wish it was our bourbon, but it will be. She's got great energy. Stelena was better for my life, because Stelena fans got really mean to like me and my wife and my family and stuff, so I love Stelena. Stelena was fun. Stelena fans are like super cool with it. No, Delana fans were actually really problematic. Yeah, they were mean to like my family and me, and like it just got really weird for a little while. I shipped Elena and Damon like crazy until shit just got negative. So I love Stelena. It was easier for my life. And I got to see Paul shirtless all the time, because he and Elena were always making out and stuff. Wait, hold on. Can I tell a 2-second story? So, it's season 1. Marco Siega's directing, And it's the scene. Remember when Elena and Stefan are in bed, and Damon comes in, and Elena's like, whoa, 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 and he goes, don't worry, if I see something I haven't seen before, I'll throw a dollar at it. So,
Good line.
it's a great line. That was a Kevin line. So the shot is, there's a camera that comes up over the bed and then like sort of comes over onto them, right? And then Damon comes in and I sit down. So right off the set, there's a whole bank of monitors and everyone's like there, all the producers are there. It's season 1, everyone's just like micromanaging every moment because it's gotta be great. So in this one take, the camera comes up and I go to take my mark and sit on the bed, and all I can hear from backstage is hysterical laughing, like people knocking shit over, snorting, and thing is that it's super distracting in this scene. So we're like, all right, let's cut the cameras. What is going on back there? And walk back, our director, producers are crying, snot coming out of their nose. So I'm like, I want to see the shot. So we look at the playback, and what happened was, the camera comes up over the bed, and Paul was sleeping in bed, but his foot and his big toe were sticking up. And so all you see when you come up over Stefan is just this like, bow.
And I'm like trying to do the scene, and I'm like, Damon, why are you even doing this?
Shot is just like Stefan with this thing, and they couldn't help it. They were literally losing their minds backstage. And so we had to adjust Paul's foot and pat the blanket down. And look at this, I'm crying. It's truly one of the funniest moments I've ever had on set.
I think there's a screen grab of that.
Oh,
Someone sent it to me.
I need the screen grab of that. Sorry. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, we're going this side. What's up, lady?
Hi.
Howdy.
So throughout the series, you got to play, or many of you got to play a lot of different kinds of characters. So I was wondering if there was a kind of character or a specific character that if you were able to go out and make another show, another movie, a theater piece, whatever, that you would love to do.
Ian, what do you think, bro?
Silence.
I like the Rippers.
So not necessarily from your show, like just anything, like any kind of like.
I like playing period pieces. Like I like 1920s, 1930s. Like that shit's cool.
By the way, I think it would be an amazing show or like a feature to go back and really revisit and see Damon and Stefan, the whole journey up to the point where Damon walks in and just says, hello, brother, and then you cut. And that's the end of the movie, but it's the whole lead up, like everything that happened all those years that got you to that one moment where the brothers meet again.
They're gonna have to find some new actors.
We would have to read.
Wait a minute, they look older.
Guys, I'm sorry we didn't get to everyone's questions. It's always Paul's fault. But we are
Guilty as charged.
But we are eternally grateful for you guys. We love you guys. Thank you, New Jersey! Woo! Thank you, New Jersey!
It's crazy. Go for Ian and Paul, you guys.
We love you guys.
Are you late? Oh, you sit in.